Hey there, YouTube. Dubs Arter here. I actually looked at that house, I think, at one point. Kind of funny. Anyway, I wanted to kind of talk about cult-like followings, and whether or not I think the Honda CTX will kind of fall into that. And I do think that it will. It might be a number of years before it kind of levels out. I really don't even know that Honda is making these anymore, especially with as low as they've dropped the prices on them. I really don't know if Honda's even making these anymore, but the few that I've seen, they're still sitting in dealerships even at these stealer prices. I mean, I paid double what they're selling for right now just last year, and I think that it's gonna make this a fairly short run for Honda on these motorcycles, and it really is sad because it really is a great motorcycle. It just didn't hit the market, I don't think, the way they expected it to, and so you're gonna run into a couple of things. You're gonna have people that you know, like myself, that absolutely love this bike. I don't know that I'll have it you know, for the next 10 years or anything, but I absolutely love this bike. And so I think with the few that are out there, I've noticed there's more and more people kind of getting on the forums, but there'll be a cult-like following, I think, in about 5 or 6 years if Honda does discontinue this line for this motorcycle. Just because I think it does hit kind of a perfect spot between performance and kind of comfort. And so the downside to this entire thing is you end up not getting the aftermarket support that bikes with longer runs get, you know. And when a manufacturer is selling a bike that's really hot, and they're selling quite a few of them, and from what I understand talking to some of the dealers, bike sales in general are just down this year. But whenever they're selling them, aftermarket companies tend to make a lot more products because they can move a lot more products. And so when you have a bike that only you know, has a year or two run because it kind of didn't do what the market expected, there's not a ton of people out there with this motorcycle, and so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for aftermarket companies to make a product run for something where they might only sell 100 or 200 or something. And I don't know the specific numbers that are out there as far as what these have sold, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of business sense for aftermarket companies to invest the time and research in the products to get different products to the market for these motorcycles. So, you know, that, I mean, yeah, it probably will, I think at some point this bike's going to kind of level out, and it's going to stop dropping in value, and it's going to kind of level out and take a hard line and kind of stay constant. But the downside to that, like I said, is that you don't get a whole lot of aftermarket support for different products. And it really is sad because I think it could have been really good for Honda had they priced it correctly right out of the gates. I think this could have been a really good bike, because last year it seemed that bike sales were quite a bit higher than they were this year, and so I think they could have got a decent run on these had they priced them correctly right off the bat. And it kind of just fuels itself, you know, right off the bat. If it was selling, it would have, you know, it would have gotten a lot more traction. It would have been a lot more popular. You know, it would have been a completely different situation. But I think the way they priced it really did just kind of put them out of the market for what people in this price range were looking for. And so, yeah, it was just kind of my two cents on it. I think in about 5 years or so, it might be one of those cult-like followings. You'll have people that are still modding them and, you know, making their own kind of aftermarket parts, and you get to kind of get on the forums and see what people are doing to them. It'll still be kind of fun, but I don't think that it'll it'll take off at this point. I think it's kind of a line that Honda's just gonna try to dump and kind of get rid of. So truly is sad, but yeah, that's my 2 cents. And so yeah, please like, subscribe, and as always, social media links are right down there below. You can click on those and follow me there as well. And until next time, guys, ride safe.